Korean fried chicken. To make Korean fried chicken, we need chicken, frying mix, milk, vegetable oil, salt, pepper, and makeshift good powder. I'm using drumsticks today because they are cheap and they're the most valued part of the fried chicken in Korea. Koreans love drumsticks. I mean, really love drumsticks. If you're using boned chicken, make sure you wash the chicken. I'm not a fan of washing any meat usually, but with boned chicken, sometimes there will be some bone fragments in it that have not been cleaned off properly. If you don't want salmonella, wash the sink after washing the chicken. But you can only get salmonella from eating salmon, so I wouldn't worry about it. Once the chicken is washed, put it in a bowl and add salt, pepper, and MSG. Oh my god, sweet. I'm not going to be a pleb and use MSG. I have never used MSG in my life. Doesn't MSG give you a headache? If you have used any pre-made stock or even used canned tomatoes, then you have already used MSG in your food. There are many misconceptions of MSG from back in the good old racist days, as Chinese food was generally perceived as dirty, and people thought MSG was giving them headaches. But turns out, it was actually from badly made soy sauce. So I guess they were kind of right? You can also buy this handy salt with MSG already mixed in. Improving your food with this salt is like taking candy from a baby with no arms. Add milk and tenderize the meat for more than 20 minutes. Because I'm going to make 4 different types of chicken today, I'm going to tenderize a lot of meat. I have tenderized so much meat in my life. I didn't like go around and tenderize others' meat, but I've tenderized my own meat at home, alone. Oh Jesus. Back to what's important. If you want more crispy chicken, you can replace milk with water. But the milk adds an extra layer of flavor, so I don't really recommend it. After 20 minutes, add frying mix into the bowl and stir until you have this gloopy texture. Grab another bowl and place a clean plastic bag. Add layer of frying mix, chicken, and more frying mix. Put some air in the bag and shake it. Do not blow into the bag. I know this is hard to hear because you've heard this so many times before, but no one wants to make out with you. After you've shaken the bag, the chicken should look something like this. These lumpy bits will turn into delicious crispy goodness. Grab a pot that is deep enough to submerge the chicken. Add vegetable oil and put the pot on the heat. Temperature of the oil should be around 170 degrees Celsius or 340 degrees Fahrenheit for the people from underdeveloped countries. Obviously you wouldn't have a fancy thermometer, so grab a pinch of frying mix from the plastic bag and drop it into the oil. If it floats after 3 seconds, then the oil should be around 170 degrees. Add the chicken, but do not crowd the pot. Frying time largely depends on the size of the chicken. Looking at these drumsticks, I'm assuming the whole chicken weighed about 900 grams, so I'm going to fry these drumsticks for 9 minutes. After 9 minutes, grab the drumstick out of the pan, drain the oil and rest it for a minute. Crank up the heat and refry the chicken for another 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, grab the chicken out of the pan. The chicken should look crispy like this. Leave it on the sieve to drain the oil, then serve. This might be a weird practice overseas, but the best way to eat Korean fried chicken is to dip the chicken in a salt and pepper mixture. If you can't be bothered eating around the bone and want to eat the drumstick in one bite, take the bottom part of the chicken off, then shove the whole meat in your mouth. Oh, it's so hot! And the salt. And oh, fuck. Oh. Oh my god, so hot. When you're starting to feel sick from fried food, have Korean pickled radish. It will cut through the fat really well. But wait, what the hell is Korean pickled radish? Korean pickled radish is essential when you're eating fried chicken. Eating Korean fried chicken without pickled radish is like Romeo without Juliet, Jack without Rose, and Luke without Leia. Didn't Luke kiss Leia and make love to her? Yeah, they just made out. But how can you keep a working family relationship after you made out with your sister? To make Korean pickled radish, you need Korean radish, vinegar, sugar, and water. This radish is actually kinda small, but there's nothing wrong with small radishes. They work perfectly fine, okay? If you can't get hold of Korean radish, use Daikon radish. Personally, I have never used Western radish to make this dish, as they are less sweet and more spicy, so don't sue me if it tastes crap. Peel the radish and cut it into bite-sized pieces. Find an airtight container and add the radish. Add cold water to draw out the spiciness. Add 1 portion of sugar, vinegar, a pinch of salt, and 2 portions of water in the pot and boil. The brine should be vinegary and sweet. Once boiled, drain the radish and add brine into the container. Keep it at room temperature for a day to pickle it, then move it into the fridge. Spring onion chicken. For spring onion chicken, we need spring onions, soy sauce, vinegar, diced garlic, corn syrup, mustard, and water. We are making stripped onions again. I have covered this in my previous videos, but the production quality on those are pretty low, just like this video, so I'll show you again. Cut the spring onions in half, fold as much as you can, then cut them as thin as possible. We're going to use boneless chicken thighs for this recipe, as this is very messy to eat. This dish is perfect to cook for a date, as she likes to make out with spring onions. I mean, there is nothing sexy about spring onions, right? Right? Cut the chicken thighs into bite-sized pieces. Use the same battering process as before. As the chicken pieces are smaller, fry them for a shorter time. If you're in doubt, you should always cut the chicken in half and check if the running juices are clear. Or if you're on salmonella, you can just take a bite and regret your decision. Put the stripped onion on top of piping hot chicken and cover it with baking paper. This will slowly steam the spring onions and flavor the chicken as well. For the sauce, add 3 portions of water, 1 portion of diced garlic, 1.5 portions of vinegar, 2.5 portions of soy sauce, 4 portions of corn syrup, and add hint of mustard and boil. As soon as it's boiled, put the sauce on top of the chicken. Cover it again with baking paper and rest the chicken for 5 minutes. This chicken will no longer be crispy, but after 5 minutes, it would have soaked up all these delicious flavors. Oh my god. Chimek translates to chicken and beer, and it's an essential part of Korean culture. Usually chimek is eaten at night with friends, but I'm eating this in the morning alone, so this is just pure alcoholism on display. Garlic chicken. As you can see, everything I'm cooking today is perfect for the first date. We need olive oil, garlic cloves, minced garlic, corn syrup, and salt. If you can't get a date, try this. Cut the raw garlic in half and rub it all over yourself. Now you have a reason why you can't get a date. Fry the garlic cloves when you're frying the chicken. Add the garlic cloves to the pan, then add crushed garlic. Add olive oil and cook it on low heat for around 3 minutes. Cover half of the garlic with corn syrup and season it with salt. Cook it in low heat for 5 more minutes. Add the sauce on top of the chicken and serve. Oh wow. If I had to choose between a girlfriend and garlic chicken, I would choose garlic chicken every time. Spicy Korean fried chicken. When people talk about Korean fried chicken, this is usually what people are referring to. There are so many variations of Korean fried chicken, but nothing beats the classic. For spicy Korean fried chicken, we need soy sauce, fine Korean chili flakes, sugar, corn syrup, ketchup, chili paste, and peanuts. Try your hardest to get the fine Korean chili flakes, because this makes the sauce. Fry the chicken as usual, and while it's resting, we'll make the sauce. Add 1 portion of soy sauce, chili flakes, and chili paste, 1.5 portions of sugar and ketchup, 2.5 portions of garlic, and 4 portions of corn syrup to the pan. Mix the sauce together and put it on the heat. Make sure the pan is big enough to handle all the fried chicken, because we're going to roll the fried chicken in the sauce. Once you hear the sauce sizzling, turn the heat down and do not burn the sauce. I've cooked way too much sauce, so I'm going to save some in a container. The sauce should keep for a long time in the fridge, so save it and use it on different dishes. Roll the fried chicken in the sauce. Make sure the heat is on low and roll it gently so the skin doesn't come off the chicken. Add more sauce if needed and make sure that chicken is thoroughly covered. Crush some peanut for a garnish. Make sure no one has a peanut allergy, because you're going to have an awkward conversation with your friend's parents if they, die. But if they're allergic to things like peanuts, do they even need to? Never mind, just add the peanuts. Oh, that sauce. I must have eaten about 12 chicken drumsticks today. I shouldn't have filmed this in one day. I'm gonna turn half chicken, I think. Alien comes and invades Earth, and then because I'm half chicken, they farm me for eggs, and I have to shed out eggs every day. What's wrong with me?